Alright, today we've got an Asciiware case for the Game Gear. Very similar to the ALS-70 and the ALS-80 for the Game Boy in that it has a shape that is similar to the system it's meant to hold. So you can see what it looks like on both sides. On the bottom there's the hinges. Hard plastic case, so it's... I don't know. I just don't have faith in these things not just falling apart, because plastic dries over the years and things become more brittle. So, you know, this thing actually might have been more resilient when it was fresh from the factory, but even then I still would not trust dropping my Game Gear in this. But it does look nice. We got a decal on here, of course, reminiscent of the Game Gear. Well, it has the Game Gear logo on it. This is an officially licensed product, by the way. Its model number is MK-100007 or MK-100007, I believe. Maybe I'll correct that in the future. If I'm mistaken, you can correct me and I'll correct the title. But this is known as the carry-all case. There is a later version made by Asciiware called the Deluxe Carry-All, but this is the original carry-all case. And it came, I didn't say, but it also was released in Europe, and it has a completely different decal here that looks it looks more lame, in my opinion. It has the older, more LCD text for Game Gear. It doesn't have the what is this called? I keep thinking of motto, but it's a logo. You know, that's the Game Gear RGB logo. This is white. It says carry all. It just, to me, this is more subtle. It's carry all by Asciiware. In Europe, it's more like carry all Asciiware Game Gear. Actually, no, it does say Game Gear in the LCD text. What am I saying? Look at it. I don't know. I don't like it as much as the this North American design. So those are our blue clips on top. We got an adjustable shoulder strap here. It's nice. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna open up in a splayed fashion, but we're gonna cover one part and then the other part. So of course we opened it the wrong way. Let's open it this way. So yeah, on top we got our games, we got our TV tuner, we got our car adapter, charge port. Now, one thing I will say that I believe the ALS version of this for the Game Boy, this does over that, is it has these little spots here that indicate what you're supposed to put in them. So as you can see here, it says, hey, you put your games in the cases there. You put a car charger adapter there. Now, you might go like, well, that doesn't really look like the car charge adapter he had there a moment ago. And you're right. This is the charge adapter for a North American car. I guess, I don't know if it differs in Europe. In terms of this part in the end, I can't. It has, you can see it's just a little shorter, and it has that little nub on the end. So I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to fit in there, but the US one does fit like this way. You can shove the cord like that. Over here, you watch, when I take this out, you'll see there's a spot for the TV tuner. See that? The little logo there? Maybe I'll get a zoom in of it later on. But of course, then we have our cases. We can hold 2, 4, 6, 8 in cases. Let's see how many we can hold outside the case. Just lean that up against there. Probably about 4. But, you know, once you do this, if you put them in this way, they're, of course, going to rattle around like a tic-tac. Nah, basically 3. You can hold 3, so that would be 12 altogether. But then, obviously, once you open up this case, these are going to come all flying out. So, yeah, made for use with those clamshells. On the bottom, we have our Game Gear. Our spot over on the left here is meant to hold the link cable, which I don't have. Never even really thought, like I never thought that the Game Gear had that capability back in the day, honestly. I always looked at it as a solitary system. But yeah, you can hold 6 batteries there if you want to use them. On the right side here, this is where it is specifically made for this battery clip. But if you don't want to use the battery, on the bottom here, you can see it has the spot for the power plug, which is not here. Oh, it's over here. Duh. I put it there for later, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember where I put it. But yeah, you can put the power adapter in there, and if I care to straighten out the cord later on, you know, you can put the powered adapter like that. Actually, you know, one thing I will say though is I did notice that the Game Gear, like, sometimes with these cases that have these little plastic clips, like the ALS ones, they're sometimes very rigid, and that's something that actually happens with age too. Plastic becomes more rigid, so I don't know. It could be that you know, my experience with them is due to that, the rigidness. But either way, this Game Gear slides in and pops out pretty readily, so I like that. But and I like how it looks. But still, it's it's not something I would recommend carrying around a Game Gear in, just because when you do drop it, you most likely will damage something. I don't know. I just don't have faith in these. Damage, scratch, scuff, something. Hard against hard. Hard surfaces against hard surfaces with no cushioning. Not recommended. Maybe you could slide in a thin piece of foam, but at that point it's like really cumbersome to take up and carry your stuff away. So anyways, this is the MK-100007 made by Asciiware.